Are you feeling overwhelmed by financial clutter? In this episode, we'll dive deep into how to identify unnecessary expenses, untangle messy budget, and create a simplified system for managing your money. You will learn actionable tips for streamlining your budget, eliminating wasteful spending, and focusing on what truly matters for financial growth. Get your highlighter and notepad, turn your music on, and let's get to the fun part. Welcome to the Simple Money Systems. This is the go-to podcast for exceptional women who are eager to pay off their debt and live a fearless, meaningful life with confidence and joy. Hi, Diana Gallas here. I am a mom to a special needs child, a caregiver to a loved one, and the host of this show for you, who is determined to break free from debt without sacrificing what you value most. Discover here simple money strategies to set you free from debt culture, money wasting, and ever-changing mode of currency and market volatility. If you're ready to say yes to a debt-free life and exchange everything that hasn't worked for a plan that will, results that are undeniable, like peace of mind, better sleep, improved mood, and more money in your pocket, this podcast is for you. Hug your bug or boo, roll up those sleeves, and get your life out of debt into your freedom land with confidence. I thought I had everything under control. I worked hard, paid my bills on time most of the time, and tried to be responsible with my spending. But month after month, my bank account balance never seemed to grow. My credit card debt stayed stubbornly high, and despite my best efforts, I felt like I was running on a financial hamster wheel, working hard but getting nowhere. Still, I was convinced I didn't need to look too closely at my finances because I know what I'm spending, right? But deep down, I knew something wasn't adding up. One morning, I sat down with my matcha tea and decided to finally take a hard look at my finances. So I opened my bank statements, my credit card bills, and my stack of unopened mail. What I saw, friends, shocked me. You're right, the hidden clutter. I started listing out my monthly expenses. At first, it seemed manageable. Rent, utilities, groceries. But as I kept going, more and more expenses popped up. Things I haven't even realized I was paying for, such as a forgotten gym membership I hadn't used in 6 months, 3 different streaming services I barely watched, a subscription box that automatically renewed without my noticing, and small impulse buys that added up to hundreds of dollars a month. And it wasn't just the obvious big bills that were draining my bank account. It was all the little things that I haven't been paying attention to. My financial clutter was hidden in a plain sight. Friends, there is a wake-up call. You can't fix what you can't see, right? As I added everything up, I realized I was spending far more than I thought. No wonder I was stuck. Have you been in this situation? Or maybe you are in it right now. For months, you might be trying to make progress without really knowing what is holding you back. You had been focusing on a big ticket expenses like rent and car payments, but ignoring all the smaller, unnecessary charges that are slowly draining your money. Friend, do you realize that you can't fix what you can't see? And until you face your financial clutter head on, you would keep spinning your wheels. So let's start with the first step, assessing the mess. Just get everything out in the open, no more guessing or ignoring. In your notebook, divide your spending into 3 categories: essential expenses like rent, groceries, utilities, then useful but unnecessary expenses, things you use but can cut back on, like dining out, and the third category, clutter expenses, forgotten subscriptions, impulse buys, and your random fees. Friend, you will be shocked the most with your clutter category. Those small charges add up to hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month. Money you could have been putting towards your debt. Now, here's the turning point. Clarity brings control, right? Once you finally see the full picture, everything shifts. You'll spot those subscriptions you've been paying for but never using, and cancel them on the spot. You'll set firm limits on dining out and curb those impulse buys that always seem to sneak in. And for the first time, maybe in a long time, you'll feel that powerful sense of control over your money again. And friend, it's not just about budgeting. It's about reclaiming your financial freedom and taking charge of your future. Assessing the mess isn't something that everybody loves to do. It's like opening that one closet in your house that you always avoid because you know it's a disaster and it's there. But hey, facing the chaos is the first step to getting your financial crap together. It's like ripping off a band-aid, uncomfortable at first, but it's necessary for healing. So go ahead, take a deep breath and dive into that mess, okay? Without facing your financial clutter, you will never realize what is holding you back. And you might find some spare change in there and more to start your savings. Now, the lesson is you can't fix what you can't see. Okay, it's true that many people find themselves feeling overwhelmed and stuck in their finances without realizing the root cause of their struggles. Financial clutter can be a sneaky culprit, hiding beneath the surface and causing unnecessary stress and confusion. By simplifying your financial situation and clearing away the clutter, you can gain a clearer perspective and take control of your money with confidence. Start by cutting out unnecessary subscriptions, streamlining your budget categories, and updating your financial plans. With a clear view of your finances, you'll be able to make meaningful progress towards your goals and feel more empowered in managing your money. Letting go is often seen as a loss, but in reality, it's the most powerful step you can take toward transformation. I remember a time when I was holding on to things, both physical and emotional, that weighed me down. I kept clothes I didn't wear, old books that gathered dust, and a collection of promises I couldn't keep. And most of all, I held on to the fear of change, afraid to release what was familiar, even if it wasn't serving me anymore. One day, I decided to let go. So I started by decluttering my space, donating items I hadn't used in years. With each item I released, I felt lighter, freer, as if a weight was slowly lifting from my shoulders. But the real shift came when I began letting go of old grudges and limiting beliefs. I forgave myself for past mistakes and I stopped holding on to the fear of failure. Slowly but surely, I started seeing new possibilities open up, opportunities, relationships, in a sense of clarity that had been clouded for far too long. Letting go isn't about giving up. Friend, I want you to get this. Letting go isn't about giving up. It's about creating a space for something better. It's about shedding the layers that no longer serve you so you can step into the future with open hands and an open heart. And once you embrace the power of letting go, you will realize that sometimes it's the only way to truly move forward. And friends, it's not just decluttering your budget. It's true for all aspects of your lives, right? Now I want to highlight of a cutting the financial clutter so you can focus on your goals, to identifying what's really holding you back by assessing the financial mess. Once you know what's really going on with your money, you can start making intentional choices. You can stop spinning your wheels and finally start moving forward toward debt freedom, financial security, and peace of mind. Because when you face the mess, you gain the clarity and control you need to succeed. And it all starts with seeing the whole picture. All right. Now, step number 2. Simplify and streamline your budget. Simplifying and streamlining your budget starts with choosing a straightforward budgeting method, such as the two-line budgeting system, which focuses on just 2 expense categories. By eliminating unnecessary categories that overcomplicate things, like tracking every minor purchase or adding too many budget lines, you create a clearer, more manageable financial picture. This allows you to focus on what truly matters, making real progress, right? And that's like trying to resist a sale at your favorite store. Nearly impossible, right? And for this reason, to make your budget simple, practical, and effective, I created my signature debt-free budgeting program where in 6 weeks, you will know your money coming in and out. You will establish your daily, weekly, and monthly financial routines that you actually will be looking towards. You will have your debt repayment strategy and even you will start dreaming like money isn't holding you back anymore. So, friend, go to the show notes right below this episode and check the link to sign up for the program. Or also visit my website at dianagalas.com to check the link how to subscribe to the program. All right, setting realistic debt repayment goals with clear timelines help you stay on track and motivated, turning overwhelming debt into a series of achievable milestones. With clear timelines, you can turn that mountain of debt into a series of conquerable hills. It's like turning a stressful situation into a game of financial whack-a-mole. With simplified approach you can confidently make decisions and see real results without the stress of complexity. Friend, how are you doing with your budget? Is it something you avoid to face at all costs? Well, there is a power of facing your giant, right? Maybe it's not as bad as you think. It might be time to take a step back and assess the mess in your life, whether it's mental, physical, or financial. I am glad to spend a few minutes with you right here, and I hope today's episode resonated with you, especially if you're looking for a fresh start or actionable ways to regain financial clarity and regain focus over your money by discovering strategies to simplify, prioritize, and refocus with clarity and confidence. And I always so thankful for your 5-star written review on the iTunes of the Simple Money Systems podcast. Friend, can I ask you a favor? Share this episode with one person who you think need to hear this. And please, don't forget to sign up for the debt-free budgeting program in the show notes right below this episode. Stay safe, be blessed abundantly, and meet you right here in a few days. Thank you for tuning into the Simple Money Systems podcast. I hope you found this episode insightful, and I truly believe that a mom like you can be an inspiration to many others just by simply sharing this podcast and leaving a path of precious gems for those moms who are yet to find them. So together, we can create a community of exceptional moms who stand behind each other. Would you share it with other ladies so they can also find a way to a purposeful, debt-free life? Your precious gem is yet to shine. Get it out and share your light with others. Take a good care of yourself, and I meet you right back here at the Simple Money Systems, where your financial freedom journey begins.